All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Clayton Gathers makes the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. This third down just got even more difficult. Third down and 15 after the false start. A shotgun snap for Newton. And it's caught by Parker. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on second down is Newton. It's complete to Parker, left side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing on third down, Newton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
On third down, it's Hines, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. To throw is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, it's Love. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Love. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Luck's good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run with Hines across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. From the gun, here's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Sliding out of the pocket. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Hines. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now Luck. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's Luck. Over the middle, here's Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
11.
On 2nd and 10, Locke being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Luck throwing again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Manti Te'o in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jabal sheared in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. To throw on 3rd down. Newton. This is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that'll make it 24-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10. Newton again. And throw right side complete to Parker. The 30. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Luck's good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. This is taken at his 4. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. On second down, here's Luck. Buying time to his left. Letting one go deep for a noon one. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Luck on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Newton on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
There you go. Hey.
Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey.
On second down, Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's rock now.
From the 50, Newton drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. A give. This is Kamara. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They run it again with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Kamara. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Shedding through the defense, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. He may try and run for this. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Let's rock now.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Newton now to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And down to the 11. And a huge play that time. And even 40 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And this offense continues to pour it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Thomas, the intended target. How about the big boys? Snagging one. You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
We got 4. We got 4. 5, 6, 6, 5. Going 85. Watch 85. 12, 12, 12. Check. Fresno.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Forced out to his left. And an alley. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. And the defense has come up with it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got... to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys... hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. The first throw for the backup Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Al Woods in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
622.
A shotgun snap for Love. Escaping the pressure right. He shakes him off. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Luck. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is RG3. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And over the middle, this is Parker. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive with Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Griffin now off the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First throw now for the backup Breeze. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Check, check, check. 12.
Now a toss, Kamara left side. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Steps away to his left. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for our visitors, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Orlando Sentinels and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's got roamed. And now running right through it. Powerful running. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Rodgers now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
A drive that time of 6 plays. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Now Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 79 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this is going to be incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call.
Back now in Pittsburgh, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The gain of 39 that time.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jack Doyle, a 24-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Roethlisberger will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Barkley. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Room here to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. The 20. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 43 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Set.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. 3rd down here.
Set. 180.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Von Miller in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media.
Hey everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Madden Elites. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 1st down, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be...
But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Benson Mayowa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Glasgow in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they'll go on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And then he goes with a juke. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still...
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA.
And now the offense getting ready on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl corner, Marcus Peters, there to make the play.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters was in a practice session when he's at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over those same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Bradford. Dumping it off for Johnson. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of...
Tavon Austin, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Tavon Austin, 31 yards. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The point after now for Aguayo. Extra point, good by Aguayo. And the lead now up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. J.J. Nelson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Bradford. Screen play, Johnson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Here's Bradford. This is Johnson. He's got it. They give him 12 yards and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Bradford. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Time for a break. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll throw again. Bradford. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Bradford again. And the incompletion there. So that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go with Johnson. Credit the tackle to Peter Kalambai. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll run it here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that.
And he will have a touchdown. Tavon Austin, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here comes Nelson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On second down, Bradford again. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still first down.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Well, perhaps the center has a little stage fright here. Let's see if he can do better this time. It's now 1st and 30. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Hey, it's the coach in our Tiburon Studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Allen. Now a desperation throw. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And this results in 6. Touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, 47 yards. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ryan Glasgow in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Locke. And he's got Rodgers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And he'll spike it with 16 seconds remaining. And incomplete here. So that will leave him with 16 on the clock. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now it's Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
One last throw here for Locke. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. That escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Justin Houston, able to get him for a loss of about 3.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On second down, here's Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And this will be a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Green 90. Green 90.
To throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after...
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL.
And on second down, the offense gets ready to rock.
Hurry up, here we go.
Allen looks to throw on second down. He finds his target, Beckham. Still going. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Allen looking to throw on second down. That And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. To throw, it's Allen. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is fielded at the goal line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He finds Hearns left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott on first down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Prescott. And some strong running. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. On 3rd down, Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Well, they got the extra point, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Shreds the tackle, and some room to work. And a great move again. And he will score. It's a touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas in the final minute, and his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Madden Legends and the Los Angeles Chargers. So with that, let's get you out to Southern California as standing by at StubHub Stadium. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
And now the offense getting ready on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. First down, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 34 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Can you believe it? The Madden Legends and this crowd, they thought it'd be a cakewalk today.
You just look around at some of the faces right now in this crowd. It wasn't even supposed to be close. We thought 3-4 touchdown difference, maybe the other way.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Hard to believe that they are trailing late in this game.
Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Delay of game, offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still first down. Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will have a touchdown. Odell Beckham taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Madden legends draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Glasgow in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards.
All right, now,
wow, that's a really big game. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw without it. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Allen to throw once more. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Tavon Austin from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To the air again here, Rivers. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Oh, some strong running. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Right back to him on first down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Got some room at the 30. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Throwing now is Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Carson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Levante David coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as off.